up on these foes. I had a in my shoulder. You got a bitch. Jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, man. Who's you? My shawty pulling up with a real bad. You too. Dripping my swag. About tag on. I got it in the bag now. Getting all type of cash. I'm a general true.
What's up, gang? Let me go secure for the game right quick. Hey, what's up, gang? I got it. I think it's my fault. For real. What's up, the rest. Hey, I got that chicken to go. I'm gone. A lot of these look lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. Good drip. Good drip. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. I went from filling out kites to putting it in my block. Blue Gucci sweater is drill. Somebody give me a. These ain't like the cops. Gossiping more than a. In jail I had. I make you cut off the. Think that I made it, they can't be my friends, so they wanna be ops. If I see them hating and I'm in that spaceship, I'm dropping the top. Ain't like my beat ain't no happy belated, I'm counting the guap. Who gave you a voice? Who told you your thoughts count? GPS straight to the money. I put my big homie got the big Mickey Mouse. You posted your at 12 and 8 that night, see how my
All right, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State in TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Jacksonville Jaguars. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. On 1st and 10, Boyle. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, trying to start it out with a bang, but it's 2nd down.
But that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
To throw on 3rd down. Boyle. He's going to air one out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
And 3rd down is a key down in any game you play. And 3rd down defense, something we've got to watch in this one. Got to be effective on the passing downs. That's a pretty good first step right there.
This is taken at the 18. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Here we go.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14.
Watch him now, Barney. Barney.
Back to throw. That one complete to D.D. Westbrook. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And some room to maneuver. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. Just shy of the 20. 31 yards there and a first down. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with a new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It'll be a pickup of 5, and that leaves him with 5 more. 3rd and 5 now.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. DJ Chark, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jags have taken the early lead. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or 2 shy of the 30. And Denver getting set to take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now. But the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Now a play fake here on first down. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
No. Check. Patriot.
fake. Boyle. Over the middle to Smith. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. A very solid gain of 27. He missed on his first 3 passes, was 0 for 3. Now gets a connection. Maybe that'll get him going.
Yeah, it wasn't a time for panic, but there was some concern because once you start in a certain pattern, you're wondering, can you get out of it? And that flips the other way, too, when you're throwing it really well. In this case, now he's got his first completion. They think he might be off to the races.
Gone! 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 Gone!
Throwing on first down. Boyle. Looking left sideline, incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw again. Boyle. And the grab made by the tight end Pruitt. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Back 99 Philly, here we go! Gone! 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 Gone!
On 3rd down, Boyle. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 13 yards on his first catch. It's a first down as well.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
To throw on 2nd down. Boyle. Wide open receiver complete. And he doesn't quite make it. Taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. He got 29 yards that time.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. A great effort there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point from McManus is good. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Alongside the former defensive back Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Jaguar football as we begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. 1st down, Jacksonville. The passing game looking sharp on this drive for the Jags. Meanwhile, checking in on what's going on in Baltimore. And the Ravens now really pouring it on. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Kevin King with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. Well, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you can't do that, oftentimes interceptions result.
They go play action here on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, Telvin Smith, able to get a hand on it there.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Detroit! 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 Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boyle. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide, usually going to pick up a holding call.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
Detroit! Detroit! Gone! 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 Gone!
Operating from the gun. Boyle got his man complete over the middle. It's Hall. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
Gone! 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 Gone!
To throw on third down. Boyle. And he finds Hamilton. That's complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big 30-yard play on third.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play. They picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
On first down, Boyle. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Royce Freeman, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are in for 6.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now out come the Jags. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And an alley to run. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Now let's go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Hot!
Now this time he'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Leopard! Leopard! Over! Detroit!
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone, gone. Gone, gone. Detroit. Detroit.
To throw on second down. Boyle. He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The turnover put him in great field position. They don't want to squander it with third down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the gun, Boyle looking here for Schmidt downfield. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. They got the interception, but very little movement after, and that forces him to settle for 3. And it does feel like settling when that happens, doesn't it?
It certainly does, but we got to give a lot of credit where it's due, and that's to the defense because they ran onto the field. This is what we call sudden change, right? Interception, you got to go put out the fire, and they did, holding them to a field goal.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back with more from Jacksonville. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. He'll get this over to Westbrook. It's complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. He'll look to throw. Left side complete. Safarian Jenkins. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations. but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. The Jaguars on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Detroit! Detroit! Over!
They'll look to throw here. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Watch it now, Barney. Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
And give him a lot of credit there, but even more credit to the guys up front. In that situation, you know it's going to be a stacked defensive front. And to be able to gain that much yardage, that's a big win for the guys on offense.
Yeah, they were just about standing on their own goal line, so to get a few yards there, a great start. Now we'll see what 2nd down brings. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Boyle to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gun!
Back to throw. Boyle. In trouble, and the ball's out. It's in the end zone loose. And this is recovered in the end zone by the defense. My goodness, what a late turn of events here. That's something you have to be wary of on your side of the field, that close to the goal line. The defense, they are looking for that football. They got it. They scored it.
You are so right, and the quarterback has to speed things up himself. So close to the goal line, they're going to get after you. Make sure you get rid of the football and in a safe place.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun!
1st and 10. Boyle. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. This quarterback now 8 of 15 through the air, but it's 1st and 10 here.
No. Check. Patriot. Back 99 Philly. Here we go. Gone. Shit. Like 50. Yeah, let's get that ball. All right, now, lucky 56.
A final shot before break. Boyle under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
All right, now, lucky 56.
A final shot before break. Boyle going for the deep ball. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we come up. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Jaguars now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Let's go. Big series right here. Gone.
They'll set up to throw. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
All right, now, lucky 56.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this is caught inside the 5. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big third down play there for the Jags. 48 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Looking to throw, and it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. first possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Call it a pickup of 7, and it'll be second down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are. You know, they can make someone miss in the open field.
Looking to throw. Boyle. Now he'll let it go deep right side. He rifles one that's intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
Well, I tell you, you can't fault the pass protection here. He had all day to throw, and he just couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. And quarterbacks will tell you that after a while, they start getting antsy back there. So this is just a great job defensively to stay with these receivers as long as they did.
Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And he's able to get this one down to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Now, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice game.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with the football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Second and 10 now from the 27.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On second down, here's Fournette. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
The Jaguars on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw here. Johnson with a completion over the middle. Well, he's taken down, but not before picking up the first thanks to a flashy little spin move. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. Fournette, a first down carry. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. A great play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Jags are able to cash in for 6. extra point tacked on by Lambo. And that will make this a 4-point game. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Lucky 56.
To throw on 2nd down. Boyle. And it's caught on the right side at Smith. He got 29 yards that time.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Throwing on first down. Boyle. Dancing to his left. But I think the ball's out. And did the Jaguars come up with it? They did. Well, let's see now, Charles. That's 7 turnovers between last week and this week. 3 here in this game, 4 in last week's game.
You know I do my research, right? And I go all the way back to the best coaches that have ever been in this game. And all of them started with ball security in some form or another, understanding that taking care of the ball was the key to winning games. They can't believe what they're seeing right now because they spend all this time on it with the fundamentals, taking care of it, tucking it away, and they're not doing it.
And they do finally get him, but he takes it to the 25. A big run by the big man Fournette. 46 yards on the ground.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on first down. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
I'm trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown. And frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10.
Leopard!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Going for it all. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
When teams take shots at the end zone, you've got to defend it the same way you would defend the first down sticks. You defend the goal line exactly the same way. They can't cross that. You play through the receivers, and on that play, that's exactly what they did and batted it away.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to go up top for the end zone. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
So a good snap, good hold, and right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, partner.
You mean like kicking the ball?
Exactly.
Well, that was in high school.
Doesn't matter. I don't care what level. You hit them, they go through.
And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And Denver getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Off play action. Boyle. And this will be incomplete. The linebacker, Miles Jack, able to knock that one away.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Second and 10 now from the 27.
Detroit! Gun!
Throwing again. Boyle. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff.
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
Back now in Jacksonville. It's the Broncos trailing, but they do have possession of the football as we begin quarter number 4. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Well, they deemed it 4 down territory, and they got 4 yards to pick up the first. Charles, this one not over, certainly, but you set the magic number earlier in this game at 20 points. Said that they would need to hold them right around that marker under it. What are you seeing here?
Well, that number is still in play because we said, okay, 20 or under gives them a chance to win. Right on pace for being in that range. And guess what? They've got a shot.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. Gun.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on second down.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Back 99, Philly. Here we go. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Gone!
Looking to throw on second down. Boyle. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Broncos on third down. 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6.
Back 99, Philly. Here we go. Detroit! Gone!
Off the play fake. Boyle. Flush to his right. He's got his man on the crossing route. That one goes for 29 yards on third down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
On first down, Boyle. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. As his guys are in for 6. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And we are tied here in the fourth quarter. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild fourth quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So how about that for a momentum switch?
We're in the fourth quarter, and it's a tie game. You've got to take care of the football here. Now their opportunity to take the lead right out the window, and everything is flipped in the other direction.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Off play action. Boyle. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long, because remember, they also lose it down on the grounding call. Off the play fake. Boyle. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Miles Jack. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Fournette on the counter. Broken tackle. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Jaguars. A great effort there. With his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. And on the ground they go with the running back. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Play action. Boyle. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
Well, any caused incompletion is good for a defense. But when you add to it that you get a little hit on the quarterback, knock him to the ground, make him think a little bit, hopefully knock him off his game, especially in a game of this magnitude, this tight in the 4th quarter, got to feel pretty good as a defense.
So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
Off the play fake. Boyle. Escaping the pressure right. And down he'll go at the 25. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
On 3rd down, Boyle. He's going to wind up and air it out. And a shot taken on 3rd down, unsuccessful. 4th down now.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
All right, now, lucky 56, lucky 56.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And able to find Deshaun Hamilton complete. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So first and 10 after a big mistake on fourth down with a penalty. Operating from the gun. Boyle finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he gets it down to the 32. It'll be a gain of 4, and that'll make this a second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Gun, 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 gun.
To throw on second down. Boyle. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. Third down. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll go on the ground. And an alley to run. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Right back to him on first down. And not much. Maybe a yard down to the 23.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now. As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The Broncos on third down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. Here it's 3rd and 3.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Gun!
Gotta try it here. He's back to throw. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loved to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll run it again with Fournette. Got some room at the 30. And finally brought down right at the midfield stripe. 31 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Now let's go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Hot. Man, I got you.
off to Fournette. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout, as it'll come with 36 seconds to go in half number 2. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Reuben Foster in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. The Jaguars on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 7. Play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete. Well, I know at points in this one you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people who really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Jaguars, they just keep on rolling as they move to 9-2 with a win here. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Oakland Raiders. Meanwhile, for Denver, it's a loss that sets them back in their playoff push as they fall to 6-5. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.